Welcome to Storytimer at Large. Debra Ann Wilhite. She worked at the Windmill Restaurant on Highway 41 and Highway 57. I'm at that intersection there. It was 1974. She was young and worked as a waitress like a lot of people do at that age. It was hard work. She had long days on her feet carrying heavy trays of food. The Windmill was a very busy restaurant at a very busy crossroads. They served home-style cooking and were in business at that location for decades. In addition to being physically demanding, waiting tables in 1974 was also emotionally draining. Men were always trying to make passes at her, saying rude and lewd things and grabbing her. In 1974, many men didn't see anything wrong with pinching a woman's bottom. It was seen as a flirtatious compliment. They thought the women should be flattered by the attention. But Debra was just trying to earn a living. She was only 19 and already had 2 daughters. She and her husband only had 1 car and were trying to get ahead in life. They were trying to make it work. It had been rough. She had not finished high school, and jobs like this one were about the best that she could get. Debra was last seen in the parking lot of the restaurant after her shift on October 16, 1974. It was a rainy night. A long-haired man of about 30 with medium build was talking to her and bugging her for a ride. Her co-workers didn't know the man. They also disagreed on whether Debra knew the man. Some said she seemed to know him, but at least one waitress said that Debra did not know him. He wasn't a local man or a regular customer. Neither Debra nor her green 1966 two-door Ford Galaxy has been seen since. Debra was supposed to pick up her husband that night at an Evansville bar, but she never showed. It was as if she had disappeared off the face of the earth. Her mother had been watching her 2 daughters that night. She would end up raising the 2 girls in the wake of Debra's disappearance. Debra's husband assumed that she ran away. At first, he reported his car stolen by her. Police had to talk him into filing a missing persons report. 2 years later, he would die, sadly, after being hit by a train. Debra's oldest daughter would pass away from leukemia 4 years later. Her one surviving daughter, Misty Walker, is still seeking answers to her mother's disappearance today. She is a mother herself now. More than 50 years have passed since she lost her mom. Possible suspects in 1974 could include Stephen Timothy Judy. He was potentially free then, and his movements are hard to pin down. It's not Jeffrey Lynn Hand. He lived close to this restaurant in 1973, but he's already incarcerated. He's already in custody for the killing of Jeffrey Wayne Thomas and the kidnapping of Mrs. Thomas, Carol Thomas, in 1973, very near the Windmill Restaurant. It can't be Raymond Charles Lamb. He's in FBI custody for several 1973-72 Indiana murders as of March of 1973. Sadly, it could be quite a few people, especially if this was someone from far away who was, maybe he'd gotten a ride, hitchhiked from a trucker, and was stuck at the windmill and was looking to continue on to other parts of the country. He could have, either coerced Debra into giving him a ride and then carjacked her and stole her car and something like that. And then, the car could be across the country. But cases like this aren't impossible to solve. There are still people out there who might know something. The windmill was located at a busy crossroads at the southwest corner of Indiana. Whoever abducted Debra could be in Illinois or Kentucky or on to other places in mere minutes. But Debra has never been found. And her car, that 1966 Ford Galaxy, It's also never been located. Um, but there's always hope. There's always hope out there that someone knows something. And maybe now's the time for them to speak up about what they know. If you know something about the disappearance of Debra Ann Wilhite, contact the Indiana State Police at 812-867-2079 or 1-800-852-3970. Rest in peace, Debra Ann Wilhite. We're not sure if you're passed away, but the chances are that you probably are. And we hope to find you, Deborah.